I cannot depend on the politicians for my development. I don't want to depend on them. So let's have a social contract and then we do it. But the project office, we should own it. It should be here. The project shouldn't be running from Accra when you have a project in Kumasi. The project unit should be here, and the project coordinator must also be resident here. So that at least the stakeholders, the district assemblies, that will be able to coordinate with them to know how it goes. So these are issues that I want us to look at properly to bring it to fruition.
Nice GA. Nice GA.
I mean, yes. You born could be. Diana, you can't be muntiasi. Yes. You say be a casanate. I didn't know. What's your say? Now, before that, when you say the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, IMF, a Bayura, yes, anybody in community. Now, Unia, I never could am busy. Me say, into the President Mahama this time around, or the year we do was in Bayer Jumana. It's unsaid. On one cassa, I can't say. The Bia Mukasa. A good time or move through a connection on the Cassia, you are saying, you see, and King. Into the second coming, you say, Ophelia, dear. Not just say, on one cassa, he was born to be a failure. Because who phones for corner and a year, I will catch and say, say, a small can be here, sir. It is always said that you must say, and also ye. Ubin and Cancho, you'll be quite a catch of society and needing the coach one. Or no, can't. Gan World Bank Bitsy, IMF Bitsy. Until my mom and your man quite once. Now, become what's the constitution? I press I mean, the 8 years or so, I mean, the constitution here, the 4 years to count one. And you know, Ghana for if you do a gas or son away in the year, Ghana for Nankasa place obey the back of the count. Yes, essence the Empo Crown 4 years here, they are coming. Why a president in Fieldo Archie president to be our gun? So, the nation. Namisha. Now, make us a maker. Unia, Fenifa and KSA, Ninka, a president, Inka, ye 2 baby, ye actually, oh, shino. Ninka, imagine single Omukura and our president Fukura are affiliated in a year, say, or many addition in Sa, a man in year, we can't, you and Tom Cassia. Ninka, MP for me, this way, the office and Kagana BC. Medium come say, so mine will be yet in an anonymous sabbath. Yet the man the shay and answer. Listen, say, imagine say the crime on one, no man she afro. Ode, Miss Rossi, we are making because actually, by remember, no man she afro. Say, a coin reaction, say, the Juma we contracted, the Juma we are say, yeah, no man she afro, say, the young be wapunta. Say an chemical. So, say an chemical. You now, you know, I could US now, Okoyano said ye monuments ne looting items now, Befako Yinibi, or museum, natural Asante history, no, because ampa if you know Quidi, a cars and Siamedi, Esan say, and you say we are Santeno and a Petasanimo, which two riches is pardon ye. Oh, yes, I will do, but I mean for the account.
Saying ASANTEHENE will be Chirepa, Dallas Museum of Arts, Dallas, America, Museum, Nyome Gunina, ASANTEHENE, Asante Kwan, Yomankwan, Womenina, 1935 to 1960, and Yasem Ketua, Asante will become Wichiro with Dallas, America, Yasem Ketua, Asante. So Ghana and Sutawo, we in Sutania Kofa free you, you catch them say Ghana no. We have the reason to call ASANTEHENE say a kingdom. Montiasi, Asante people, 1884, Isi, Saiwe, a Dallas Museum, America, we Asante people of Ghana, Simon, because Ghana and Asante Fonkwan, it's
best.
Asante Kingdom is the best.
Asante Kingdom is the best.
Asante Kingdom is the best.
Say Nana Piao.
Nana Piao.
Piao, me this year. Asantes everywhere. Asantes are ruling. All these are for Ashantis.
This will be to us or 3 months only and their jam. Did it end? Na ye nwa ba bi firi bono wa ka asem bi me pese me chechire mpi ba de yetie nto aso ansa na me yewu ansem apro yenti
Mr. mi bisa o Ghana ha no amamre ha ni nyina ye ase asantefo amamre nkwa na wo ha na sesese other tribes no omamre no mo de yeden etese na anu ya omo so e fenisen president yi papa ya mato abamani omo so ni ni omo ko program na sin nyina obi a se kente asa akanfo asantefo amamre no nko even cry so hogo bi free e fenisen abrochire ne sa oba Ghana na sa abrofo bi ba Ghana na se omo di bibi kosi omo kosi na we pota omo di ketene omo sa adoa ne we fo no kwa na omo di omo kosi omo ada tribe no amamre na de enye dwuma Ghana ha na at least we couple me to say mete akra so me nim kan omo amamre ba kokra se me nim de wa omo traditional we kra me nim de wa like a city e ada kan fa mo ye dai amama santifo de mo we aboso na hogo kofi we be ba yesa mo di keteni kosia no ewefo na infantefo minim se mikrombunu de kwa minim kwase obi mpo de minim ada ga na ya santefo nko ade ana boy nkama no ntuma na santefo ma boy
yes ohwa obisa se adai asante nko ana ana se adai asante nko ana ye omko cha ye dwuma Ghana ha entesa iwiase nyina jatu nti o se nyina ka bo mi ne ba ko ne di project iwiase because mama ka se mi show iwiase ni asante chen NPP iwiase ni asante chen NDC iwiase ni asante chen PPP ene de kika ka ho nyina nti wa ka de no odo mi o ma be fa so mi bisa wo eden na odo mi o ma e be fa so obi wa ma wo count ase o ka se bia wo na o ka sa na bisa but entesa no kre e won no kre e ba ko pe ase na mama nto ensenzo hwade o ewani IMF and another World Bank beneficiary no enwuma bi a pese me ye highlight na oti ase se de ye ka obi hwe se bi ase ensem ni bi ni hwe unim se ye ka dum so ya se bi yewura e kasa no o kire mo energy crisis aye wo eni nyoma ya fam like ohwa uti mu se yewura mpese dum so ni bi ko nti hwe onu na etu anamo na mo de ye kan se mo nyina wo de this year munye kasa twitwi mbete o wana mo a wo tu se o man bi gina yi wo wana mo a yewura etu se ye nkodum so na ni nyina mo ka na obudi atamu wi a mo betena ho abai mo ni Captain Smart na wa betena ho no ayi dede mmanyi hu ba bia no kroni free ba se yewura na eboa until last year if you apokua bi kasa ti a yewura ani asantema wi a sana wo betwe yi ato onim se yewura de yesi munye musika di wi a muchi musika ni wi a na mo katakata munya yetim this time around you be show every receipt and amu bia yewura betu e fa o mind bia the receipt o drop se de be ya mo kasa no bia ma no phone na na me atwa muka ama mo to anso sanse you see this time around no yewura de nso on kasa but ye ntina ma mo fa ni be you be feel o ye ni wa papa dia mo kan wase but ye ntwe sa ni ma bi ye ntwe da abusia yenko nhwe nkomo twetwe se di yewura no mo kasa fa energy sector no sa no mo kasa o de yehwe energy sector no embra na ye ba ye beto aso
Day. Sure. Yes, and I thank the regional coordinating director for leading his delegation and you to be here. Sure. I know that my relationship with the World Bank dates as far back. Interestingly, I've met 3 presidents from there. Sure. Jim Wolfenson, and then Wolfowitz, and then the last one in 2019 was the one I came to see. Sure. When Trump was the president. Yes. He had I think it was a conflict about climate change that got him out of the Sure. So he was the third one that I've had the relationship with. And it's been an interesting relationship between me and the World Bank in that effect. And I believe that your visit will still continue for us to share ideas and find innovative ways of resolving our problems economically, development, social interventions, and everything. I am aware that when I came last time in 2019, I discussed the generation problems, energy generation problems, where we were talking about we're paying in excess of 500, 600 million at that time for energy that we have not used. And I engaged the president then to find a solution to that in terms of how could we avoid that, because it was eating into our budget. And now I'm told it's about 1.5 million that we are paying for that. And therefore, at that time, I asked your president to give me a grant to cover that. Whilst we did it, we got a technical assistance, a tripartite company, the IFC generation company in Ghana, for us to see how best we can get a technical support to be able to plan to export the excess energy to Burkina Faso, Mali, and others. And Togo and others, the excess one that we have installed, because I think we have 5,000 something installed, and then we are using only 3,000 something. So that's one issue that I'll get back to you again on that, because I need for us to discuss those things again. You've done that with the school feeding, which I appreciate. I remember when I talked to them about, they had withdrawn the 180 million at that time, and I said I should take it before I go back to Ghana, so I got it before I came. And then budgetary support also was withdrawn at that time. You had allocated 500 million for budgetary support, but you said because of the economic situation, the energy situation, you withdraw. That was withdrawn. So these are all issues that I want us to revisit, and but that I will talk to you later on quietly for us to look at it. There are other issues that I'll discuss with you privately for us to know the way forward. That is in the generality of Ghana. I want us to look at it again to see the way we can move on and all that.
Energy sector ni adi yan di panti obo so how economy no ebe gina na like economy na ede apija na oman na eka behwe eno na ono e ni swadi hu ni simple ba nti sa engagement ye koso ya hu na ba yi e ma na hwehia pani adi ni nyina ka mu bi oman ye yo ni oman ni nkoso ni kanko nti na otu sa na mo nti na ye re engage sa nkofo we mu nyina e wona so na otwaso esa chire mu say this the reasons nti our engage omo ye say oman bi fa ntuma pa nti say the be ya oman no be ko investors ni ade e de nti na Kumasi project na echesa e bia the project asho obi nsa wa na de o he project nso tenkan o mpene say bi pe say the project na sha ne sanity ha na bibia de atinya hold na accountable to ne World Bank bon ko yenti ko mo ne ntwaso ma na ehade.
That is in the generality of Ghana. I want us to look at it again to see the way we can move on and all that. And, coming to the local one, Kumasi is a vibrant city, population-wise, everything-wise, the commercial hub of Ghana. And so looking at the project that you're suggesting, rapid transport section, I have interest in that, yes. I know JICA started with a feasibility some time ago, and then it's developed to the World Bank here where we can then put it in fruition. It's been on the drawing board for some time, 2015 and all that. The bureaucracy is something that I don't like at all, you see. And therefore, we have to push it now. The population has increased very much. We have all these transport vehicles, different ones, all moving, fighting for space. And that doesn't help with the economic development of the city at all, because everybody is clamoring going to the center. The buses are, the trotro, all these things are there. And if you calculate in terms of how many hours that it costs to do business, in terms of diesel, petrol, and all those things, you find that it's costing the economy so much that it's something that we may have to look at. And then the employment that it creates also. In in relation to having a rapid transportation. The 28-kilometer one from Ejuso down to Abuakwa section, for example, if we could have that rapid transport and the movement of goods, passengers and everything, and then the ease with which we can do business together, it's something that we may have to look at seriously. I don't know what is the country director can tell. I don't know what has delayed this, but the project office, we should own it. It should be here. The project shouldn't be running from Accra when you have a project in Kumasi. The project unit should be here, and the project coordinator must also be resident here. So that at least the stakeholders, the district assemblies, that would be able to coordinate with them to know how it goes. So these are issues that I want us to look at properly to bring it to fruition. Because if we don't do that, I've always said that it takes time for the World Bank to take a decision. Bureaucracy, going to the desk of this one, approving and all that. But this one, you know that we know the reason why we need that. Therefore, why can't we implement it? 2025 is about 10 years we've been talking about this. If we had done it earlier, it would have helped with the economy, it would have helped with employment. We have the available human resource. All these young ones are all university graduates and others here. We have the Kenyan University producing all these students and all those things. So in terms of development, if we have the infrastructure, everything will be fine. I cannot depend on the politicians for my development. I don't want to depend on them. So let's have a social contract and then we do it. Mr. President, so this is something that I want us to look closely and then do it. I don't know the team, but I want to meet the team after they've left so I know who are working on this rapid transport thing, so that we can take it up further. And then if I have to go to the Accra office for them to take me to Washington to defend, then we look at it and do it properly. The President, I hope when you go back, you allocate some money for that, so we know, so the country director can do it for us. Anyway, I thank you for this visit, but we continue further with other discussions for us to.
Majesty, thank you so very much. Ghana is a priority for the World Bank.
Afei, wate nkɔmmɔ no ase. Wohu nkɔmmɔ no sɛdeɛ ɛresi kɔ saa na ɛtie nti sɛ wonte ase a ebi a wodwen sɛ ebi a yɛwura koraa na daabi ewiase deɛ yɛagye no atom yɛ baako pɛ. Yɛgye yɛwura atom sɛ president nti asɛm yie. Wofiri dɛ saa engagement with president bi wɔ anka die. Hwɛ, woka sɛ yɛyi sɛ ɔyɛ president ɛwɔ Africa na ɔne World Bank obi nkitahodie. Ɛyɛ a monyɛ research na monyɛ kasa mo research a mo sɛ media bisi sɛ Ghana bɛyɛ yi a yɛnsan fa nhyɛ yɛmfa ɔman no nhyɛ yɛwura nsa yɛyi prime minister na ɔno da bi ɔmo nyɛ accountable to yɛwura na ɛhwɛ deɛ ɔman no ɛbɛkɔ. Nokorɛ wei dodoɔ no ampɛ nanso ewiase deɛ nokorɛ no aba no ɛnwono paa nanso na aduaba no deɛ dededede so. Busua ɛnɛ ndeɛ di kan mɛsɛ subscribe na hyɛ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a medrɔpo video bi a ɔnsa bɛtumi aka bi. Meda ase wɔhwɛ me. Macau.